Hello everybody, this is Mike Jr. II. Welcome back to Let's Play Dark Cloud 2, and in this specific episode we're going to be focusing completely on monster transformation badges. More specifically, how to get them, and then at the end we're going to show off most of them. I forgot to do one of them, and that's my bad, so I'll be able to explain to you what it does, but I just couldn't do it. So anyway, not really much else to say. I won't be showing off how to get the moon or the sun badge, because I've already told you guys that. That's a whole photography thing you got to get from Donnie. So, you got to do that to get those badges. So anyway, what you're going to be needing for here is that you're going to need specific I can't fucking speak. You're going to need specific gift capsules here. And then for some reason, Sony Vegas does not want to load this video for some reason. Pain in the butt. But anyway, you're going to want specific gift capsules. And what these things will do is that you have to throw them at certain enemies to get them to drop the monster transformation badges. And you do need 3 of them. That includes this 3 diamond here. Pain in the ass to get your hands on. You can get one from Donnie at the beginning of the game. Don't waste it. If you waste it, well, gonna have to get it in the dungeon. You can get another one in a specific underground channel area called Battle with Rats if you play the Sfida game there. Pain in the ass level. I'll show you guys later how long it took me. I can show you it. That was a pain in the ass. And then the other one you're just gonna have to find. I hear that you can get 2 more diamonds in the extra area at the end of the game by playing Sfida, but not here. You're also going to want throbbing cherries, which you just want these. You want the throbbing cherries, and you also want to get your hands on holy water and regular bombs. Not bomb nuts, not final bombs, not the other bombs, all that crap, none of that. Also, for each specific area where I find the monster, I am going to show you guys the specific area. For the most part, you should know which area the monsters are in, but sometimes it can get a little bit tricky to know which one is which that has the monster. So anyway, as you can see here, the good thing about the throbbing cherry is that it will pause the monster to make sure it does not run out of the way of your gift capsule. So throbbing cherries are, in my opinion, a must, and it's not like they're hard to find. Go to the fruit basket girl in Sedain that you have to put in there to act. I think you actually have to put her there to get the regular, monster transformation badge for this one. And so because of that, I do recommend going to her and buying all the throbbing cherries you can get your hands on, because they are very helpful, especially for, I'm trying to think, I think 2 or 3 specific enemies in the game, which it can be incredibly easy to miss. And while you might be able to reuse them, because some of these it's not that big of a deal, for the diamonds, I would say no matter what, freeze the goddamn monster, because if you waste that, you need to reload a save. For the other ones, it's really not that big of a deal. Maybe the 3 gold bars is a pain in the ass, but yeah. So anyway, and it's freezing here. Okay, so we are in the underground channel now. Now, I can't see the screen because my thing's fucking up. But if you didn't notice, I defeated 431 monsters. Now, I trained up in this area a lot at the beginning of the game, but it took me 1 hour to be able to complete a Sfida thing in the underground channel. It is one of the biggest pains in the asses I have ever had in my entire life when it comes to this game. Sfida in the underground channel does not work well whatsoever. It is the biggest pain in the ass, and fuck it. So anyway, this specific area will actually give us 2 monsters that we need. Here we have the rats, which all we have to do is throw cheese at them. This is probably what you can do this literally as soon as you get your hands on the gift capsules, because it's so. If for some reason you do need a monster transformation badge, here's an easy one to get your hands on. Here's another sewer rat. Technically you can collect the monster transformation badges multiple times in a sense, but you only have the one. Like, if, let's say, I fuck this up, you can still say, oh, you got a monster transformation badge, but you missed. Okay, you see that monster right there? It dodged our attack. This one you actually need the batons for, if I remember correctly, if that's how you say the weird fish name. But, as you can see, that monster dodged the throbbing cherry, so it's a good idea that we actually paralyzed it, or else we would have, or frozen it, whatever you call it, because it would have fucked us over if we didn't do it otherwise. So here I think I try showing off the badges, and then I'm like, wait, no, so I cut it out. So we are going straight to the Rainbow Butterfly Woods. Now there's actually 3 monster transformation badges here, even if you don't count the flower one that we actually bought at the beginning of the game, the one that you have to get to complete the game. So this one actually is a bit complicated. I have a special item here, or not really a special item, but I have something here to kind of show you guys how to get your hands on this, because it's kind of a pain. See, this is the one that you need the holy water for, and you have to throw it at a skeleton. Now when you do so and you kill it, it will actually drop the monster transformation badge. You don't have to give it a gift capsule whatsoever. The issue that I had with it is that every time I used it, it never worked. I had to damage the monster at least one time, as you can see here that I actually changed my weapon. I had to damage the monster one time to get it to work. I don't know why this happened. It was a pain in my ass, but, you know, and technically, because depending on how far you are in the game, it might be a pain in the ass to get your hands on this. Because if your weapons are too powerful, you have to go buy a weaker weapon to kind of hit it once. I don't know if you might be able to hit it with another item or not, but... So anyway, this is one of those levels that actually says, I'm a pixie. I think that was the name of the level. So you do know that a pixie's here, which you're going to need for. Now, if you remember, pixies fly, so it's actually a good idea to have the throbbing cherry again. You know, I looked this up in a guide online, and I was like, oh, a throbbing cherry? So, you know, I was like, that kind of sucks. I'm like, a throbbing cherry, whatever, I don't really need it. But it turns out that it's actually a good idea to have it, because as you can see, they kind of move around a lot. So, freeze them, throw gooey peaches at this guy, and you got him. And we are good to go. Alright, so we only have one more that we have to get inside this specific area of the game. What the hell am I doing? Oh, I'm switching back to my weapon. I killed it, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm not killing him as fast as I should. Not like it's that big of a deal, though. The weapons we have are still powerful enough to whoop their asses. Okay, so I believe this one actually had the Spider Lady logo on top. Again, sorry, this is a pre-recorded thing. I recorded this in the past, and I didn't like the way it came out, and I figured I could shorten it up and do post-commentary, but Sony Vegas is not playing this thing at the speed I want it to. It's mostly because of the way that it transitions with certain things. It takes a while loading, so it's a pain in the ass. So I can't exactly see all the little things in between, but I know you guys can see them, so it's really not that big of a deal. So anyway, the Spider Lady is actually the woman that needs the 3 gold bars. I don't really get why. You know, I felt like... I mean, I have no idea what they're going for with this. I figured a food thing would make sense, you know? Like the whole, I mean, whatever, you know, maybe it's some sort of Japanese mythology thing that I'm missing. They like gold or some shit. Maybe they're cunning little creatures and whatnot. So anyway, we are done here, and I believe we're going to be going to the Balance Valley area, or sorry, Starlight Canyon. Alright, so this one's actually a very easy one to find. I know this one personally because this specific area only has the flying dragon things that carry the orbs, and you need to come here to get your hands on the gift capsules. Now, it should be said that there are other monsters in the games that I can actually give you one specific one. Here you can find the ram, and if you give those things 3 premium chickens, they will actually drop the same monster transformation badge that you get for the rat. The thing is that the rat's easier to get, and it's cheaper with the cheese, so it's actually better to do that with the rat than it is with that. So this one is another one that you probably want to freeze, and you need to give it the wind georama part thing. 3 of those, and boom. This is probably one of my favorite monster transformation badges to use, just because I like the way it walks around and stuff. It also shoots range, so I kind of like that as well. Another cool thing, I haven't really talked about this yet, but another cool thing in this game is that monster transformations, because there's different types of monsters in the game, monsters can actually talk with the monsters of their own type. I'm going to show you this at one point. But monsters can actually talk with their own type in the game, and because they can do this, you can actually bypass them or even, I think, even kill them without them being like, I don't care. There's a lot of funny conversations, too. There's one with the skeletons that it's like, oh, I'm going to check out the skeleton bone gang, dude. It's really weird. It's really funny. I laughed. So anyway, this one you actually, the bomber head here, you actually have to destroy with bombs. And this is the specific monster transformation badge that I totally forgot to show off. So that's a bad on my part. I'd recommend damaging this monster first. I just wasn't sure if Monaco was going to kill him in one hit. I didn't want to lose him, so there we go. Yeah, I mean, 8 isn't that bad. And besides, so we got the wind-up badge. This one is the monster I don't show off, and it's because I was trying to show it off last and I forgot to show off the rest of it. And basically, I fucked up, so... Anyway, this one you have to go to the sand molars. I went through so many of these areas not knowing what this damn next monster is. It's a statue we have to go find here. And it took me forever to get my hands on this fucking thing. I have no clue why I had so much trouble with this, but I did. So, yes, the statues is what I'm looking for here, and you have to go to the sand molar area to find it. Because like I said, usually they say it up top, but for this area, they're instead trying to talk about the sand molar creatures instead of the statues. So, you have to come here. And we find it right away, luckily, so. And this is the end. This is the very last monster transformation badge, guys. We're going to be showing off the rest after this. All of them but the wind-up badge. And I'm going to tell you why I don't show the wind-up badge. By the way, I believe these are sturdy rocks you need to get your hand on. I'm checking to make sure it's the last monster. But anyway, so yeah. The reason why I didn't show up the wind-up monster by accident is because one of its final attack moves, it's really weird. One of the final attack moves for the monster is a suicidal attack. And I kind of wanted to show that off and not accidentally kill Monica and have to use a revival pattern, be a pain and wasting whatever. So anyway, these are all the monsters. Like I said, these two are the sun and moon stone things, which you have to get by doing Donnie and whatnot, so whatever. Air photography and all that. If you're curious, one of them halves the time that it wastes, because monster transformation, believe it or not, despite how bad it is, because I really do hate it in this game, they're really stupid, and for some reason they thought that they wanted to waste your fucking time with the monster that, you know, oh wait, it goes down after a while. So technically you can run out of points and whatnot, so I guess they wanted to half that. And another one increases, I believe it's attack and defense by like 4 points, which really isn't that big of a deal. As you can see here, most of these monsters really don't need that. I mean, going up by 4 and whatnot might be somewhat decent, but really it's not the best. I think the monsters go up by that on their own. I did actually off-screen train up the rat 1 level, and here's the thing. When you train these things up all the way, they give you a bunch of ornaments. But as they go along, you actually get this specific item called a monster transformation drop, which is basically every time you level up, you do something different where you actually get a pretty decent upgrading thing for your weapons. I kind of like it personally. But when you do level up your monsters, you can either have, you actually have choices kind of like weapons in the game. And the choices are actually kind of funny. The choices are, you can either level them up, like you can level up this rat to a beach rat, the sewer rat into a beach rat, or you could level it up into a ram. And I did the ram. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys their attacks here. Sometimes they're really not that different. It's just like, oh, here's a specific attack. And here's another attack that looks very different. Ooh. And then there's other ones that are like, oh, this one can like poison you and stuff. So, not that big of a deal in my opinion. Really, the monsters are very difficult to train up. In the final area, I think it took me 2 hours to level up the rat 1 form. And keep in mind, it's the easiest to level up form. It took me 2 hours in the final area. The beginning of the final area, but the final area nonetheless, with abs up bonuses. So this is one of those specific ones that I can do an aqua attack, and it can also talk to other monsters, and I'm going to show you guys here after I kill this molar. Alright, then switching back to the monster here, and as you can see it levels up very easily, but it takes forever to actually level it up, honestly. I'm searching for a beautiful left-handed fish who was somewhere in this cave. Yep, and as you can see here, I'm going to actually attack this thing, and it does nothing. It's like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. And I think you can even damage these creatures, and they don't give a fuck. So if you can find a way to do decent damage and whatnot, in all honesty, it could be very helpful. But the thing is that it takes a while to train up, and really, unless you're just kind of committed to leveling up these monsters all the way and maybe even getting those 5 ornaments. And I do believe, because I said it's hard to get your hands on the diamonds, I do believe one of them getting a final level up will give you 5 diamonds. And I think I looked it up. I think it might even be this creature, but I'm not sure. But doing so will get your hands on a good, you know, you do get your hands on a lot of different ornaments and whatnot if you do finally upgrade them all the way to the top. And as you can see, sometimes you can bypass certain levels without having to kill all the monsters or possibly even kill them while they're not even paying attention. So, yeah. But overall, I think this is the statue one, by the way. Really weird. I got no clue why it has this form. But yeah, really, they're not good for Monica, and because they're tied to Monica's health, really, they're not smart to use whatsoever. I mean, maybe find a monster that you like the flying monster or something, or a monster that can give off a status effect, like that. I believe that can freeze you or something. I don't know, I mean, if it curses you, that ain't gonna do fucking nothing against a monster, but... I don't really care for them much, but if you care for them, you want to get your hands on them, or you just want to 100% the game the best you can, go for it. You know, I'm not against people doing what they want to do. I like this one. I think he's my favorite. I don't think he actually has a physical attack at all. No, I think he just has a fire attack. Oh, and I hit somebody by accident. I'm like, oh shit, back up. I have no idea what it is, and I'm like, fuck that shit. So, I don't know. I did the rat just because I didn't know if it would have, because it's one of the earlier monsters, I didn't know if it'd be easier to upgrade, but I don't think it matters. I think they all have the same crap. So, whatever. Sadly, none of them are going to, and even if you do train them up, they're not that strong. I would have really loved to have a monster that was as strong as the Ripod. Like, maybe that little creature right there could possibly evolve into, like, a mechanical monster thing. That would be badass. I would love that. But sadly, that is not the case. So, yeah. And like I say, I don't show off the bomb one. Its 2 attacks are a spinny punching attack and a... I'm trying to think. It was a spinny punching attack and a suicidal attack. This one is stupid. A vertical cut and a horizontal cut. What's the difference? Like, I really think they were grasping for straws. I mean, I love the concept. I think it'd be really cool to be able to transform into monsters and use them. I just don't think they did it well. I think they're too weak. I don't care if it took hours to level them up if they were powerful as hell. But they're not. You know, at least from what I've read, you know, they're not that useful whatsoever. So really, Dark Cloud 2 really dropped the ball here, if you ask me. But then again, they're not necessary, they're not mandatory, you can get them, you don't have to get them. You only have to do one, which they give you the badge, you talk to a monster, and you call it a day. So, what do you do? So anyway, guys, I believe that's the end of this episode. I think I'm just showing off the things here, I forget. Because like I said, I actually commentated this episode live, and I was like, I think it took like 40 minutes to do, and I'm like, I can cut this up. This thing is less than 20 minutes now, because I cut this motherfucker up. And I look at this monster, and I forget to fucking show it off. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, here's this monster thing. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you guys about it. So yeah, do these if you must. You know, they're kind of cool or kind of not. You know, if you're interested in them, feel free to do it. You do get monster drops, which are like ornaments that you can level up your weapons into. I actually show it off in the next episode. But here I don't really, you know, do what I can with them. What do you do? So anyway, I do hope you guys have enjoyed this session of Dark Cloud 2, this little monster transformation badge thing. Hopefully this has helped you guys find where certain monsters are and what you need for them, and especially with the skeleton case, kind of help you out with, oh hey, I can't do this one. I don't know why. Well, that's why. You gotta hit it once and then throw the holy water at it. But anyway, I do hope you guys have enjoyed this little thing. If you haven't watched my Let's Play, please watch my Let's Play of Dark Cloud. This is kind of part of the episode, but if you guys want to check it out, please check out my Let's Play of Dark Cloud too. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. I will catch you guys next time. This is Mike Jr. II, signing out.